Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are continuing to use the Classic Wedding Bundle this week, and I wanted to just step away from the car. I love the car, but I thought we'd just do something a little bit different. So this one uses two of the greetings, to the happy couple and then on your wedding day. And I've used the Petunia Pop paper in behind and then the ink. And then I've used silver embossing powder with the kind of the confetti shapes over top. Now this one is just, it strikes me as being just a little bit flat. So I've got an idea to kind of pop it up and we're going to do that at the end. I've done this one on a smoky slate card base because I really wanted to pick up on the silver, but I'm not sure if it's kind of dulled the card down a little bit. So the one in the video we're going to do is going to be on a basic white card base. I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of the Petunia Pop, and then I've got a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of the basic white, and the basic white is what we're going to be stamping. So I've got my hearts and I've got my Petunia Pop ink pad, and I'm just going to kind of scatter the hearts kind of slightly at an angle up the card. And we're going to just continue doing that. And then I might just pop one up there like that. Okay, so that's our hearts. And now I'm going to come in with my Versamark. And what's going to happen is when I add the powder to this, some of it will stick to the hearts that I stamped in the Petunia Pop. And that's because the ink is still just that little bit damp. I'm just kind of stamping on either side of the hearts. Coming in like this and like this. And if I stamp over the hearts a little bit, that's fine. So I'm just going to come in like that. I'm just going to pick this up and hold it into the light to see how I'm doing as far as coverage goes, and I think that's actually pretty good. So I'm just going to pop that off to the side. I'm going to bring my silver embossing powder in, and I'm just going to pick this up, and I'm going to add the powder like that, give it a tap to get the residual off. I'm just going to turn it around and add more powder. There we go. Now, do I have everything covered off? I do. And the nice thing about this too is if you get it done and you think there's a little bit more that you need to do, you absolutely can. And I don't have any silver up here, so I am just going to add just a little bit of a stamp there and then ink it up. So I think it'll look a little goofy if we don't have anything there. Okay, so let's just add some powder to that. There we go. That kind of finishes off the card a little bit. Now it's going to get noisy because I'm going to pull in my heat embosser. And when you think you're done, just tip it in the light and see if there's any areas that still look a little grainy and don't look shiny, because that's where you haven't done the heat embossing enough. Okay, so we can take this now and we can just layer it up. And I'm just going to flat mount all of this. You could dimensionalize it if you want. I am going to be dimensionalizing the greeting onto the card front. So we're just gonna pop that down, and then we'll add our adhesive. And again, if you want to conserve paper, you can absolutely cut the middle out of your Petunia Pop. I'm just gonna drop that down like that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to add my greetings. So I've got the to the happy couple, which I'm going to pop up here like this. And then this is on your wedding day, which I'm going to pop down at the bottom here like this. So there we go. And like I say, I dimensionalized the greetings. So I'm just going to pop this in here like this. Now what I did is I stamped some hearts, and then I die cut them out and dimensionalized them. So I'm just going to pop those down like that. And I just did it with one set. I'm just going to pop that over top like that, because I felt that the front was really flat. So by kind of popping up the ones in the middle, it's kind of carrying the eye. So you've got a line of everything that's popped up. So that's the two cards. And this ink here is a little darker. You can see here how the ink was a little bit wet still. So it picked up some of the powder and it's made the hearts a little glittery. So I'm fine with that. These ones are very plain. These ones didn't get as much powder on them, but what you can do if you want them to be shiny too, is you can pull in your Wink of Stella and just add a little bit of shine to them like that. So they're not as silvery, but they still got that little level of glitter on them. So that is our third card now, using the classic wedding set and just taking a step away from the car itself. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.